All right, so good day, learners. Today, our video tutorial is Data Cleaning 101, handling missing values, outliers, and errors in R. So this tutorial will help you navigate before loading your dataset to R. Make sure that your data is clean and ready for analysis. So let's try to look at our data. So let me just try to, so again, to first, you have to go to session and you always have to set your working directory, choose directory, and then let's say in my case, this is the project. So disturbance, this is my project 11, disturbance and river watershed. So basically I have to click it, but I cannot click it now because it's already set. So again, all the analysis, this is the folder that I choose, the folder. So basically all the data, it should be here and also your expected figures on table. So this is how R is working. So basically I just have to load this data Karai one. So let's try to load that. So first is I'm gonna clean this because I want my working environment to be clean. So this again, this is where you write your code. So write your code. And here is your environment. So your data set here, how many data you have. And this is where you see all your figures that you produce. And this is the history of your um, code. So basically, let's just try to load the data. So if you already have a code before, you can just copy it and it's new. So I'll just copy it because I wanted to make it easy. But if you don't want, you can just say how to load data. So let's say I want to load data. So the name of the data, arrow, read. So this one, read.csv and make sure. So I'll just copy this one to so right there and data carrier one. Let me see. So see, I have here the data. So this is basically you see your data. I have here previous tutorial that you can just click this here on data and then you can already see what's in your data. So you have a lot of data actually. So you have 620 observations. It means that this is on inventory data. So basically I have 620 trees and 15 variables. It means that I have 15 parameters. I have plot number, the tree ID, the elevations, common name, scientific name, family name, and also the conservation status. I use in conservation status and have the plot size, leafage, returnable height in meters, location, disturbance, and watershed. So just an overview. So I can basically just click this and then I can try to look at the data. So I can see the plot number from 1 to 27. So this is the minimum and the maximum. So you can really see that from plot 1 to I have basically 27 plots. And the tree ID could be a lot. 620 means I have a lot. This is what much here with your tree ID. And elevation, I have 870 maximum and you have 403 meter. And the common name, so I have a lot of Guho, Yakal, and so on and so on. So Casuarina is a scientific name. And if you go to dog conservation, you have the other wildlife species and so on and so on. So IUCN conservation and the plot size and the TBH and you have the centimeter, you have the minimum 10 and the maximum. So see, if you can see, there's a lot of missing values. So NA, you have a lot of NA and here NA as well, NA. So that's how you work. That's we will be working on how to fill this on NA values. So you have the location, you have the disturbance and watershed. So basically, I can actually work on R to replace these values, but basically I don't want to do that because it would definitely take a lot of time. So I would just go to the original data set. So I'll go to the data characterize. So this is this is it. So now I can see that there's a lot of data. So to really look at your data set, if you have in not missing values, so you can just click this one and you go to sort filter and you go to filter. Now you can see the plot ID. So select, you have here, everything is okay. The tree ID, so everything is okay. Elevation, so it's okay so far, I think. And I'll go for scientific name. So see, we have blanks. It means that we don't have data for that, and I can check it through here. So for the common name, no missing values. So basically, we're good. So I can delete this one. I can uncheck this. I can uncheck select all, and then I will click blanks. So let me see what I have. Okay, so it means that manga chapoy. There's no scientific name for manga chapoy, so I can search the scientific name of manga chapoy just to make sure. So I will, let's say, okay, let me just go back to the family name. No, I won't go back. So I will go back to the manga chapoy. Okay, family name. So I will just add filter. So manga chapoy, and I will try to look at if there is manga chapoy. So again, I'll try to do this one filter. Uh, manga chapoy. Let me see if I can determine the scientific name of manga chapoy. Manga chapoy, where is it? Let me see. Oh, so you can see there are still manga chapoy. I can just go like that. And now you can see that we have missing value, but you can look at that since the spelling is not correct. So I can just drag this all the way up. And also this one I can drag all the way up as well. So now let me just check it here. So which one do you like? But I'm sure this is the same. So I basically have to just drag it to make it uniform. All right. So now we're good. Now we have a problem with here. So Hopia Combinata. So again, you have to fill this one. White one, Sharia contorta, let's say. So make sure that you know all the species. That's why it's important for you to look at your original data. So right now I don't have time to look all the species names. So I'll just probably, uh, this is just a sample. So here I have to fill this one information here, I have to fill this one information here until everything is clean before you upload to your R. So again, let me check other, if there is another missing value. So basically, so let's say I already working on this. So let's say probably wildlife species and so on and so on. So with that, I will don't save. I will go you. I will imagine that I already cleaned the data, and now this is like the clean data, and I will check if I have everything right. So for that, I'll go to filter and then check the plot number. It looks good. Tree ID looks good. Elevation looks good to me. Common name. So it's complete now. And here it's also complete. Family name complete. And basically there is no missing values. So I think everything is now clean. Already is clean. So now I'm ready to load this data to R. All right. So now let's try to load this data. So I'll just, how to load the data is you can do like this. Load the data and read CSV Karai, and I'll have to clean it again. So let's say this one here, and now you have your all the species. So basically, if you remember how to no function, so let's try to, you can, there's another way how to, actually there's a lot of I will just try to search a video so that you can see how does this thing. So how to summarize in R. Then it's see everything is easy and simple. I will just copy the code and I will run it here. And let's say this is it means sum in a your vector or column. So you can see we can say I will delete this data. So basically you can see below that it's 0, it means we don't have data. So if I try to load the data before that, there's a lot of NAs. I will just run the unclean data. I will say this is unclean data. So I will run it. So it means you can see that the data, current data we have is we have missing data, which is 10. But this is the clean data. I will have to run this again, clean data. And here is this one. Okay, so just to remind everyone that when you run your code, you can do like this, highlight it, and you do run. So let's say I want to data one. Sorry, data one. So here data one. So it means data one, and this is how you summarize. You can say data one, and that's it. So if you can also do like this, names, data. So you can see all the species, the variable here, tag number, common name. So if you really want to be specific, let's say you run it here that there is a 10 missing values. So you can either do like this. So the name of your data set and use the dollar sign and you select which parameter that you want to check. So let's say I want to check the common name. So it's 0, but I will try to use the data which is not clean. So, okay, that looks good to me. So I'm gonna run it again. And remember that we have a missing data before. So let me just check. And here I will replace it. So I think it was probably family name. So it's also 0, data 1. And let me just check it. See? So that's our scientific name. So I will try to go scientific. So it's data 1. So let me just, this is data. Hmm. I think I need to restart R, but let's say just data, and I can do like that as always. So I can say data uh, and clean. So, and then here I can see data and clean. So you can see there, you have a missing value that is 10, right? So I'm gonna just verify that which uh I can here summary. Let me just check if this will work. If this code will work. So see the summary of data and clean mention. Okay, that's not a good code. So basically I can try to look at which folder. So let's say scientific name. Sum of in A is 0. Scientific name, family name. So let's say family name. Okay, so it's 0. You can also do like this. How to summarize in each column in RCC. It's pretty easy. It's the power of R actually. So you can do like this. Show more. here. This is interesting. So I'll just copy the code and try to edit everything. See, everything is simple. So number of counts, base, columns, is it there? It means this is the name of your data. I will change it to data and clean and print. Now do you will know that plot zero is okay, plot zero is okay, plot zero is okay. So basically, your missing value is only the plot size, which is interesting. So here you can see the plot size. So I can also go back to my code before that sum of in A and then plot size. So what is it? That's a good thing in this one. You can just copy it right here and replace here. And there you go. You can have that. And you are ready to go back. Usually I don't like editing in R because it's really because you have to write a code. So I just basically go back to my data set and then somehow clean it from there. So data one. So the plot size. So I will just try to root. No, that should be one, it should be 100. And I will do this and save and I'll close it again. And I will go back to load the data. So data unclean. So because I already cleaned it, I'll just say clean data and run it. But I want to clean it here so that it will be really not messy. So I want to clean that and here data clean and you have the same and you can now double check if how much data you have. So let's just say data, some data file size. This file size not visible. I want to just work on it because this should be clean data here. It's zero, so you can check the whole data. So it means that your data is zero. Then you are ready to do some simple um, analysis. And I think that's you can see the dimension of your data. This basic. We could that this data is equals to data clean. So I'm gonna just try to change because I don't like the data set, the name of the data set, which is so long. So I the dimension of my data. You can see can see here I have 620 and 15 and so like one these are my basic data overview, which is I already gave it last my previous tutorial, and here the string of your data. You can do summary. You can do summary of your data, so you can see all the parameters that you can see. So say like that, summary from minimum to maximum. So basically, if you're only interested in because you're just want to know the summary of your TPH and of your tree. So the names of my data just to make sure the right parameter names. The data. So I want to look at TPH. Okay. So you can do like this summary data and dollar sign again. This is important when you select your variable name. So I'll go for TBH. And there you go. So you have minimum 0, 14, 20, 23. So your maximum age, maximum TBH is 26, which is when you your data, you will kind of ask like, how did you get 266 centimeters? That's a lot of trees. So that's like it's kind of, you wanted to check your data, your original data, and check everything before you run the analysis. Because if you start running the analysis, then it would again you have to do it again. You have to redo it again to make sure that your data is cleaned and ready for analysis. So let's say, for example, I want to check this 266 age. So that is a little bit weird values. So I'll go to Excel again, and then I will go to filter and then I'll go to you remember this, the age. So from select from 10 to, so which is where? So basically you have 266. So let me just check. And you have 10. So basically I don't expect that my tree is 266. So I will not check that. So, oh, maybe. So imagine you have DBH of 266 centimeter, but then your height is 7 or 14. So what kind of tree is that? So maybe 266 is on 26, not really 266. So see, this is how you check your data, you clean your data, and now I'm ready to load this one. And now let's say load it again, data clean, and I'm renaming my data clean to data alone, and then I will check if the summary of the DPH. So see, now your DPH is 0, 14, 20, and the maximum is 5. And now you are ready to run a simple statistics, descriptive statistics, or whatever that you want to apply, whether it's a linear regression, multiple regression, ANOVA, t-test, or whatever that you are interested in looking at in working on your paper. So I think that's all for this tutorial. So see you um, next tutorial. You can check other tutorial just from ANOVA, t-test, regression, and other. You can check out my personal Google site and video tutorial. So see you for next video tutorial.